Hey everyone, Ryan here, or MandRproductions, and welcome to my review of the 2009 LEGO Star Wars Midi-Scale Millennium Falcon, set number 7778 with 356 pieces, no minifigs in the set. When it was released, again, back in 2009, the set retailed for $40 US, and adjusted for inflation, you're looking at about $50 in today's money. If you find yourself interested in picking up this set new in the box after watching my review, you could be looking at paying about $120 on eBay or Bricklink. Obviously, that can vary depending on when and where you buy it, but that's about the average price I've seen it going for lately here in 2020. So the price of this thing has jumped substantially since its release in 2009. And of note, this is one of only two Midi-Scale LEGO Star Wars sets ever released. The only other one ever released was released the year following the Millennium Falcon in 2010, and it was the Imperial Star Destroyer. So two pretty cool Midi-Scale sets, and it was kind of LEGO's first attempt at the adult market for LEGO Star Wars outside of the typical UCS sets. And while I'm going to address it more in future videos, I think it's pretty safe to say that I think the Midi-Scale experiment failed for LEGO Star Wars, unfortunately, because they released these two sets back-to-back years and then didn't release any more like them. And I think one thing that could have improved these sets, and even though they were kind of made for adult collectors, would have gone and sold better, is if they included a minifig that was pertinent to this set, and they just didn't do that. I think that would have been really good for the value of the sets, but you can see the whole part count on the back, kind of like I think Creator sets do that, so that's kind of neat. But that's the box, and since there are no minifigs, I'll show you the instructions instead. And I just wanted to show you these because the back actually has something that's pretty cool. It has what we saw on the bottom of the box, and it's a little bit bigger on here, so that's why I'm showing it to you on here, but it has the dimensions of the set and a little bit of information, kind of like a UCS set. Unfortunately, there is no plaque or anything to go with the actual ship, though, so that's kind of where sets like these fall apart, or did fall apart. And then you also have the other sets from the era, which I think is fun to show you guys. A little trip down memory lane. I love all of these sets so much. Oh, something cool about this set actually is that in a leaked early preliminary image of this set, it was actually in this box art. So it actually wasn't in this white box art, it was in the black box art that was also out at the time. So just kind of an interesting change that they made to the set and how it could have been slightly different. So this is it. The Midi-Scale Millennium Falcon is obviously not going to be anything huge. It's something you can pretty much palm if you have, I guess, average size hands or large hands. So it's definitely a smaller model than you would maybe expect for something that you're paying $40 for, especially something that if you're buying on eBay for $130, it's going to be very undersized for what you're paying, and that's just kind of what you get with an older thing like this. But I must say, for 356 pieces, they were really able to nail the look of the Millennium Falcon. It's kind of like a starter UCS set, and that's why I wish there were more of these, because I think there's definitely, especially today, 10 years later, a market for something like this, and I think LEGO is definitely recognizing that and trying to capitalize on that with their new helmet sets. But I think $40 for Millennium Falcon is something you don't get anymore, and something that LEGO should really reconsider bringing out. I think Midi-Scale is kind of the lost LEGO Star Wars sub-theme that really deserves another chance. But more about this actual model. Like I said, I really think they nailed it. I mean, let's get an overhead view. The shape of the Falcon is pretty spot on. You've got the two things that jut out in the front here. It's got a very nice round shape. You have the escape pod and whatnot on either side there. And then you have the actual cockpit, which they did a great job with, because they even have the bit that kind of angles back into the center of the Millennium Falcon. And obviously, with this, you're not going to get any interior. There's no play features. It's literally a mini UCS set, basically. I mean, that's kind of what I think of it as, and I think it's really cool for that fact. And my one complaint with this set, if I could say I have one, is the fact that the windshield piece is a sticker, and it really sucks because it's on a curved surface, and it is incredibly hard to get on there straight. You can see I actually did a pretty dang good job with it. I think everything's on there pretty evenly, and nothing is out of order, but you definitely could mess this up very easily and end up with some pretty janky looking stickers on what is really supposed to be a display piece for adults. So I think a lot of people will be pretty upset if they mess this up, and one thing is, you know, diagonal at 15 degrees. That's just not going to be a very fun time. LEGO has said themselves that they do like to print these curved pieces because it's hard to put stickers on them, and it definitely is hard to put 3 stickers on them, let alone if it was just one crossing the whole thing. They made it 3 separate ones, which blows my mind. I don't know why that was decided. The other stickers on the set are seen on the top front here. You can obviously tell they are centered differently on each spot because I did them by hand. The backside actually sees some printed pieces, which is nice for these grills. Really like that. The ventilation back there actually looks really good. You'll actually find a couple more stickers in there on either side. They use these very large engine type pieces to fill out that area, and they actually work very nice, kind of connecting and strengthening the set, in my opinion, using Technic there to connect one end to the other. Cool use of a phone piece there. The radar dish is also something I don't really love on this set either. It's just very weakly connected to the base. You can see how it's already kind of wobbling there, and that's because it's actually connected on the little bump up there, not into the actual stud. So you can see if it's in an actual stud, it's not going to go anywhere very easy. You can see I can shake it, and it's not going to even, that'll pop off before the actual thing comes off. But if we put it on this middle piece here, where they want you to put it, because that centers it and it looks good, it is going to pop off a lot easier, unfortunately. And that's just the way it is. Obviously, again, it's a display piece. You're not going to be pushing around that too much, and that shouldn't be a problem, but it just is something that I noticed is rather weak. You'll also find turrets on the top and bottom of the set that can rotate, so that's pretty neat. Again, even though it's not really a play set, they are able to incorporate a few moving bits and bombs there on the bottom, a little smoother to move around. The landing gear, you can see the staple, the 6 pieces of landing gear, even though they wouldn't be necessary to hold this, they did include the proper amount, which is pretty neat. There's no drop down for any type of loading platform, but I will say on the front of the ship here, you can actually lift this up if you want. You can drop this down, but you're obviously not really going to be able to do anything with that, as it leads to nothing. But what they've done here is created a very nice angle with these 2 pieces. You can see this one actually comes up a little bit, and this one obviously angled down. It's pretty damn good. The backside of the Falcon has a very nice and clean engine area. Like, I must say, it's quite beautiful. So that's really all that's going on for this Falcon. It's an excellent display piece, one that I would highly recommend. I know it's very expensive new, so maybe you should go out and buy this one used if you can, but even then, getting a set new, clean, you know, out of the box, fresh building experience is always nice. And obviously the Millennium Falcon being one of the most, if not the most iconic ships from Star Wars, definitely may make it worth it for some collectors and Star Wars fans. I'm going to use my closing statement here as a platform to ask LEGO to please consider bringing Midi-Scale back. They're doing helmets. They're going to be doing a Mosaic for LEGO Star Wars. All of these are going to be 18 plus sets, and the age on the box of this set of note was 8 to 14. And so if they were to re-release this set today in 2020 for say $50 and give it a sleeker box art that looks like it's more adult oriented, and then put 18 plus on the box, which again, the ages are completely arbitrary for LEGO. They can just put whatever they want on there. I think this would sell like hotcakes. I really hope to see Midi-Scale back in some form at some point. I love Midi-Scale. It's one of my favorite LEGO Star Wars sub-themes. Definitely the one that I think is the most underrated and underappreciated by LEGO Star Wars fans, and a lot of that probably goes to the fact that there are only 2 of them, but it's still a cool theme and one that I really like and think you should be into if you can possibly afford a $120 Millennium Falcon that fits in your hand. Pretty crazy, right? Anyway, guys, I'm going to give this set a 9.5 out of 10. I think it's really good. I think the only thing they could have really done to improve this for a lot of people would be to include a minifigure, because the minifigure's just missing. Like, right? Like, this would have sold so much better back in 2009 with the minifigure. Obviously, times have changed and they could sell it without minifigures in 2020. That's all for my review of the Midi-Scale Millennium Falcon. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments section below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.